Try to remember last Tuesday. Not a birthday, not a holiday, just the ordinary Tuesday a week ago. The coffee, the drive, the words you said to someone you love. Most of it is already gone, and you never noticed it leaving. You think you live one long, continuous life. You don't. You feel like a camera, always rolling, capturing every second. But the real answer is far stranger. Your brain is not a camera. It is an editor, and it is ruthless. Right now, your senses are flooding you with information. Light, motion, the pressure of the seat beneath you, the feeling of your tongue against your teeth. You weren't aware of your tongue until you read that. So where was that feeling a moment ago? It was there. Your brain just refused to record it. You are not experiencing the world. You are experiencing a summary of it. Everything else is thrown away before you ever know it existed. In the 1880s, Hermann Ebbinghaus measured forgetting. He memorized thousands of meaningless syllables, then tested himself for weeks. What he found became the forgetting curve. Within an hour, more than half was gone. Within a day, most of the rest had vanished. The memory didn't fade gently. It fell off a cliff. And he was trying to remember. So what happens to everything you don't? The walk to the kitchen, the conversation at lunch. It was written in disappearing ink. But forgetting is not the brain failing. It is the brain working as designed. The rare people who remember everything describe it as a weight. The past never quiets down. Your forgetting is mercy. It is the only thing that lets you live in the present. So your brain deletes the past, but it deletes the present too, while it's happening. In 1999, Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris showed people a video of students passing a basketball and asked them to count the passes. People focused. They got the number right. Then the researchers asked, "Did you see the gorilla?" Halfway through, a person in a gorilla suit had walked into the scene, beaten their chest, and walked off. 9 full seconds. Half the viewers never saw it. Not because they forgot, because their brain edited it out in real time. A gorilla, in the center of the frame, invisible. So if your brain can erase that, what is it erasing from your life every day? The honest answer is most of it. And even the memories you keep are not recordings. Every time you remember something, your brain doesn't replay it, it rebuilds it. It fills the gaps with guesses, then saves that new version over the old one. Every memory you cherish has been quietly rewritten. Elizabeth Loftus proved how fragile this is. She changed a few words in a question and changed what people swore they saw. She planted entire events that never happened, convincing people they'd been lost in a mall as children. They didn't just agree. They remembered. They added details. They felt the emotion of a thing that never took place. So how much of what you remember is even true? Your childhood home, the way it felt, you aren't seeing it. You're seeing a drawing, redrawn so many times the original is gone. Daniel Kahneman, who won the Nobel Prize, described 2 selves. The experiencing self is the you who is alive right now, feeling this moment. The remembering self is the you who keeps the story. They are not the same. The experiencing self lives almost your entire life, but the remembering self keeps only a few peaks and endings and throws the rest away. Think of a vacation, a week of thousands of moments. What survives? 3 or 4 images, a feeling. We don't choose between experiences, Kahneman said. We choose between memories of them. We live for the highlight reel and discard the life that actually happened. So who lived your life? The one who was there for all of it and remembers almost none? Or the one who remembers a story that was never quite real? And look at what you do now. You take photos so you don't have to remember. But you often remember it worse because you stopped paying attention and handed the job to the camera. You stand before the sunset, looking at a screen, deleting the moment to save a version you'll barely look at again. This is the quiet truth of being human. You are not the sum of your life. You are the sum of the tiny fraction your brain chose to keep, rebuilt imperfectly, narrated by a self that was barely paying attention. But maybe that changes what this moment is worth. If your brain will delete most of your life anyway, then the only place you ever truly live is right now. Not in the memory, not in the photo. Here. The present is not a rough draft for a memory. It is the only thing that was ever real. So try to remember last Tuesday. You can't. And now you know why. It was never lost. It was lived, completely, by the only part of you that was actually there.